All right, everybody, welcome back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for checking out the video, checking out this channel. If you guys are returning, welcome back, guys. Hopefully everybody had a great holiday, happy Thanksgiving and everything. Hopefully everybody got a chance to hang out with family, all that good stuff. I'm back, so I was kind of a hiatus, took the kids, took the family to go back and see family and everything, and back in Iowa. So I've been kind of out of the office, out of the loop of everything in regards to working. However, this is a great tool, guys. I'm telling you guys, if you guys have one of these, it's a great tool, especially if you're running a online business. It works. It works wonders, man. So even though being away the eBay store, I was able to respond to offers, able to respond to questions, things like that. So that is the primary reason why I definitely focus on eBay. I think is an opportunity to be able to sell even when you're on vacation, things like that, especially with the technology we have on that. So other than that, I want to jump into this video. I actually recorded a video last week. I didn't get a chance to put it out because audio was jacked up, but I did the pros and cons of the 3 ways of selling. I'm going to have to redo that video. Sorry, guys. It was everything from Whatnot, eBay, and in-person card shows. I'll have to redo that. I'm sorry. The audio, whatever, the recording just kind of completely messed up. So go figure on that. But today, I definitely want to talk about what's selling, at least on my eBay store, Whatnot shows, things like that when I was doing. Definitely the eBay store. I want to tell you guys what was selling, especially with the Black Friday, with Thanksgiving, all that good stuff last week. So I'll let you guys know how I did on that. And then also just kind of the status of the hobby. I had a lot of people going back to kind of visit family, friends, things like that. A lot of people asking about the hobby, the status, all that stuff. So I'll jump into that. I'll try to make this as short as possible, but let's go. Jump into it right now. So all of last week and the beginning of this week, throughout the weekend, I just kind of printed out my numbers. I just did on, exported it to Excel of the eBay store. So we're starting at the bottom. So the very lowest thing that I sold was racing. Everything from F1 to stock car racing, NASCAR, all that stuff. So that sold approximately 0.5%. So all my sales, 0.5%, man. Hey, it's better than 0 on that. I don't have much of an inventory in regards to F1 racing, all that stuff. But who knows? I may expand into that a little bit more, especially when I purchase lots. I look at that now, so I like a variety nowadays. So just FYI on that. Second came in was soccer. Soccer sold about 1.5%. So it definitely reflects my inventory. I don't have a huge amount of soccer, but if I'm able to move a few things, it's definitely icing on the cake. So 1.5%, it's nothing to scoff at. It is what it is. Coming in at third place was baseball. It went down a little bit compared to the last time I did this video, but baseball was at about 21% of my sales. 1% of my sales was baseball for, I guess you can say, like the Black Friday week and all that stuff. So it kind of figures. I figured it would dip a bit. Obviously, baseball is kind of in the back of everybody's mind. It's not really up in the forefront, especially it's the off season and everything. So there's no huge, I guess you can say, who's hot, who's not, things like that in regards to baseball. World Series, everything's kind of done. It's the off season now. So I think spring training hopefully will bring a little energy, a little vibe for baseball. So maybe that'll bring that up. But right now, 21%. Football definitely did bounce back last week. I felt like football jumped up a little bit and went up to 34%. So 34% of my sales was all football, whether it was slabs, raw cards, things like that. So that was a good thing. Good sign, I think, with the football season in mid-stride and also coming up on playoffs here pretty soon. So I'm hoping and anticipating a possible jump in football, hopefully. Basketball did the best. Basketball, 43%, which I'm very happy to see, as I have a large inventory of basketball stuff. So make sure you guys check out the eBay store. Links in the description. Follow me on my Whatnot show. I do Whatnot shows, also link in the description, because I have a lot of inventories basketball. So I've been increasing my basketball inventory, which is a good thing. But I think with basketball in full swing now, and with the NBA Cup, all that stuff, I think I've seen a huge influx interest into basketball. A lot of stars are doing well. Teams are just, they're just it's just the season is going on. There's a lot of hype around specific players, teams like that. So I think basketball is definitely on the ups and ups, which is great compared to what it was last year. So if you guys are wanting 2023, basketball, in my eyes, sucked. So it was horrible. I felt like there was no influx. There was no interest. I felt like it was just the only interest last year was, Wemby, Victor Wembanyama. But then again, remember how cards get released super late. So there you guys go on that. But this year, I feel like basketball has been a good interest, a good peaking interest. And I can't wait to see it keep growing. So that's a good thing. So there you guys go. Basketball, then football, then baseball, and then everything else in between. There you guys. So those are the top three in my inventory. I figured as much. I'm glad to see football kind of rebound a little bit. I'm hoping with the playoff run coming up here, football should get a little bit of boost, at least in specific players. And then obviously with the new releases of retail boxes of like Prism, I think Select just released, and then Mosaic for football and all that stuff. So as they come released for the previous draft, and then all these rookies are looking good, a lot of people are going to be chasing everybody. So everybody from, like I said, Bo Nix to Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, JJ McCarthy, I think he's going to see an influx. And I think even like Michael Penix, I think you're going to see an interest of that if they decide to go to him and all that stuff. And even the previous year, like Anthony Richardson, all those cats, you might see a little bit of interest as they start to play a little bit better. So there you guys go. I think definitely keep an eye on football. I think football will have a little bit of an influx as the playoff push is coming around the corner. And we'll see. And especially with the rookies are playing good, and then all the release of all the whack stuff. So there you guys go. That's my That's my spiel in regards to what sold last week, and especially with the Black Friday. And I did a sale on my eBay store, so that's one thing to look into if you guys are looking to do stores. I think it helped a little bit doing sales, things like that, especially when there's holidays and stuff. So doesn't hurt. Definitely didn't hurt. I felt like definitely got some eyes on this store, which is definitely a good thing. So there you guys go on that. Now let's jump into this really quick. I had a lot of people who asked me, a lot of friends, it's just, how's the hobby? I heard is hurting, the downturn, blah, blah, blah. Or I had some people who are in the industry like, how's it doing out here for Denver and all that good stuff. So this is from my experience, from what I see, from what I know. Everybody else's experience is different, especially across the country. I don't know. But for me personally, this is what I've seen, at least with my eBay store, with my whatnot, with my in-person card show. So it may change in 2025, but towards the end of 2024, this is what I see. So I think the hobby, at least the sports cards hobby business, whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. I feel like it's transitioning. And this is the thing about every industry, every business, there's always evolution and always transition periods. So I think the past 4 years we transitioned from, because, like I said, I've collected over 40 plus years. And then in 2020 with the pandemic and everything, we saw an enormous interest, an enormous peak. People who never even collected get into the business because, there's money to be made. So that was going to happen. Then I want to say since 2021, 2022-ish till now, until actually beginning of this year, all those people who came in to make money, flipped whatever, cards, wax, whatever, a lot of them figured out it's kind of phased out. So those initial people kind of gone away and you don't see them making content, whatever the case may be. So they kind of went to the wayside, right? I feel like it's a transition period from now is that, it's a good transition to where pricing and everything is coming to a reasonable price in regards to singles, things like that. Other cards, people are like, no, it's not. All these brand new cards, rookie cards, they're extremely high and everything. I feel like those are just the baked in cards. So this is the evolution of sports cards. So previous in the 80s, 90s, 70s, whatever the case may be, you buy a card. Hopefully they do well. Maybe they retire, they win championship, things like that. And then you will see an increase of those cards' value and prices, right? That's what you would see. So it would peak out, once they're retired, once they're in the Hall of Fame, you'll see their cards, their rookie cards, whatever, the expensive cards peaked out after their career, after the fact. What we're seeing in this evolution transition period is that all these brand new kids, brand new rookies, brand new athletes, they're baked in. So you're seeing a huge price of the initial rookie card, initial cards, expensive cards. Then you slowly see a dip and you see it plateau down. So it's a reverse. Doesn't mean that the card industry is going to shit. Doesn't mean it's going bad. Doesn't mean you can't make any sales, things like that. What you have to change your mindset and evolve with the industry, sports cards that is that most of these rookie cards, most of these cards and everything start out at the top and come back down to reality to zero sometimes, right? Especially when they don't win, especially when they get injuries, things like that. So that mindset, you have to, honest to God, you have to see it for what it is at this moment, is that all the pricing is baked in now at the very, very beginning for the first maybe year. And then it just comes down from that point forward. For instance, look at Zion Williams. For instance, look at John Morant. You know, that was crazy. Luka Doncic. All those guys, basketball-wise, you can see it just came down. Same thing with like Burrow. You look at Trevor Lawrence, all those guys. Justin Herbert starts out super high when they first start. Remember when, you know, they became rookies and then all their cards are slowly coming down. So that's the big transition. That's the big evolution. Doesn't mean, like I said, that the hobby is going to crap because you see all these prices drop. That's just the way it's changed, okay, in regards to the hobby and pricing and value and things like that. Also, it's a huge influx, huge transition from selling cards just as sports cards. Shows now. Shows is great. I still see a huge influx because I still feel the industry and people still love the interaction of face-to-face and also tangible items that they can, you know, and touch. However, in the past 5 years, 4 to 5 years, you're seeing a new evolution of sports cards in regards to the online auctions, online sales. So you got everything from eBay, McCarty, to CompC, to Whatnot, to eBay auctions now, to everything online now. You can purchase PSA Vault, things like that. So a lot of sales can be, you know, transactions can happen online. So that's a huge portion that I feel like has really revolutionized the industry. So that's why a lot of people, you know, don't understand that is enormous of the ability to be able to buy and sell cards instantaneously on your phone anytime, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 7 p.m., or, you know, at noon. It doesn't matter. It's 24/7. So I think that has definitely evolve the industry for sure. And then understanding that businesses, you know, companies transition. So everything from right now, PSA is the king of grading company, right? It used to be Beckett. Now they're monopolizing stuff. They're buying SGC out. So it's just working with how things are, you know, evolving. And that's the thing about the industry. It's not going anywhere, guys. I see millions and millions of cards getting graded you can see on a monthly basis. You guys definitely can print out and see the numbers on that end. What companies, though, that are grading and the values, that may change. Currently, like I said, PSA is still king, and I don't see that going down. I don't see that going away anytime soon. So in that sense, the grading, the slab, everybody's like junk slab era, not going anywhere, guys. People are still grading as much as they possibly can because it adds value to your card. I mean, there you guys go. So that's not going to go anywhere. I think it's going to be here to stay, and I think a lot of people are still going to be doing it. And then you can see evolution of GameStop. GameStop, I think they're going to completely just transform their whole business form. They're going to really jump into this realm of sports cards and Pokemon. I think they definitely see a huge value in regards to like the TCG area. I think you're going to see a huge transition in the next couple of years of GameStop jumping into the TCG cards and sports cards arena. I think they're going to be a huge player, especially right now. People can go get their stuff graded with PSA, whether you like it or not. They're running a good business, and it's a good opportunity for them to, I guess you can say, I guess get a piece of the pie in that end, especially with video games completely being online now. So it's everything different, man. So you guys got to see how everything is transitioning. It's not making the industry worse or bad. It's just evolving the industry in that sense. So make sure you guys stay tuned and see how that is going to pan out. I think with Fanatics coming in, taking the licensing, people are like, oh, there goes Panini. Panini's not going to go anywhere, guys. I think like Leaf and Panini, I think Panini's going to kind of be in that between once they lose their licensing. Panini's getting people who are just exclusive to their brand in regards to autos or things like that. So they may not be licensed, but I think they're transitioning to that form. They're evolving. So I wouldn't say they're going to go away even if Fanatics and Topps takes over. I think Topps coming back, taking over the licensings of everything. I think they're going to obviously enhance their product now since they can be licensed again in regards to like the NBA, NFL. There's going to be a lot of transitions. It's going to be good, I think, in regards to the hobby and the industry health-wise. It's not going anywhere, guys. I don't see it, at least in my eyes, at least from my experience and what I see on sales, what I see in person card sales, at shows, and the different applications you can sell. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. I still see it being healthy and strong. Price is going to differ, obviously. I felt like the big burst of the bubble from the 2020, from the pandemic side, kind of burst those people out who are saying, the card industry is gone. It's not. It just came back to realization. I think it'll still bring down a little bit. People are still flipping wax instead of 3, 4, 5xing. They might only get 1.5 or they may make a 20% profit on the wax, but they're still flipping. You still see that happen. So not going anywhere. I think it's super healthy. I think the economy of our country is going to make the biggest impact than anything else. I mean, obviously with the new president coming in January, I don't know where the economy is going to be. I don't know where jobs are going to be. A lot of things are going to transition, and we're just going to have to kind of go with the wave, ebbs and flows. I think sports cards is just like the U.S. economy, it ups and down, just depends on the year, just depends on everything on that. But not going anywhere. I think it's still pretty strong. I still feel like people are still interested in collecting. There's a lot of hobbyists. I see a lot of kids who are still growing the industry. Yes, there is that gambling aspect. I still feel like that's going to be huge. You guys can see sports gambling is enormous. It's a billion dollar industry now. I guess you can say in putting in sports cards into gambling, which has always been. I mean, in the end of the day, you're gambling, opening up card packs, right? And boxes, things like that. But they're really emphasizing it more, whether it's with breakers, mystery packs, things like that. It's just transitioning, just evolutionizing the industry in itself. So it's going to actually it's just transitioning, guys. It's not going anywhere. It's healthy. As a person who flips cards, who, trying to do this for a living, selling cards, things like that, I'm going to have to transition with them. So however it goes, like I said, jumping back on Whatnot or, doing little things, transitioning. If you want to be viable in this industry, if I want to be viable and be able to put food on the table for my family, I'm going to have to be able to transition and understand it's still healthy. It's just going in different avenues and make sure I'm going along with that and figuring that part out. So that's the cool thing about entrepreneurship. That's the cool thing about business and running your own business. You get a chance to transition, evolve along with the industry. That's the cool thing. That at the end of this thing, if you're listening to this far, if you watch this far, that's the biggest thing that I'm excited about, is that I get an opportunity to always transition, always evolve with the industry. And that's a cool thing about it. Some people may hate it. Some people may hate it. I find it exciting because I feel like in life is always, you got to evolve, man. You got to become better as a human being and as a business. You got to become better. So I got to work on that and find a way to make sure I'm sustainable and I can survive this thing. So there you guys go. I don't know if that answered anybody's question, but I still feel like it's viable business, still viable industry. I don't know about business. It just depends how you run it, guys. That's the biggest thing, is how you run it, the processes, and all that stuff. But in regards to the industry itself, it's healthy. It's just transitioning. It just evolves. And that's how it works, guys. Every industry, every business. Other than that, hopefully you guys like this stuff. If you do, feel free to subscribe. Sorry, video was long. Don't forget, check out Whatnot. Check out eBay. Every little bit helps me. Feel free to make an offer on anything. I'll try to do another video later this week, and I'll try to redo that video about the pros and cons of the ways I sell cars. Sorry about that, guys. And then other than that, don't forget, I have a Denver card show in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I think it's like the 13th, 14th, 15th weekend. Denver, up in the North Glen area. Make sure you guys stop by. It's going to be a 3-day card show. The last one of the year is going to go out with a nice bang. So make sure you guys stop by if you're in the area. Or if you're not, come in, man. Drive in. Come see me. I'm getting 2 tables there. I should be there all weekend, so it should be fun. Should be good stuff. I got a lot of, I picked up a lot of wax, so if anybody wants to come, stop by my table. I have some great deal on wax if you guys want to rip and open. Other than that, Bears got rid of Eber lose. So there you guys go. Am I happy? Thrilled? I never want to see a man lose his job, but when you suck ass, it's time to move on, and I'm finally glad the Bears did it. Iowa Hawkeyes, hey, how about that, man? They beat the next door neighbor, Nebraska. Still was a shitty game to watch. Offensively, horrendous, but hey, a win's a win. Warriors, go Warriors. They're on a losing streak. Hopefully they can change it. I'll be going to the game tonight, so I'll be at the Denver Nuggets. I'll be in the Denver and the Warriors game tonight, so hopefully Steph Curry does well. Other than that, man, have a good rest of the week. Till next time.